Hi everybody. I am painting Olga's kitchen cabinet. We're going to make a coffee stand out of it, a little coffee station in her kitchen. She wanted a place to put some um, her coffee pot and maybe some wine, store some wine in some wine glasses. So we're going to start with this little kitchen cart. I found a kitchen cabinet at an antique store. I've started to paint it, as you can see, and it's not really an antique store, at a like a consignment shop, like a flea market type, indoor flea market type of place. And I'm using chalk paint, which I found at Hobby Lobby, and I've done a little research on it, and it's got some great reviews. Goes on really easy. You don't have to sand anything or remove any kind of a finish, the finish that was on it. It goes right over it. You can paint anything. They say absolutely anything. And it has no VOC, so it does not smell. There's no odor to it. And I think it's going to be good. So stay tuned for part 2. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. I just wanted to show you that this little cart was missing when I bought it. The little buttons to, the button plugs. So as you can see, and I tried to paint the inside of them, and I realized that, you know what, it looks unfinished. So I looked through my closet, and I found these little button plugs. Where are they? Button plugs. So they sell them at Home Depot. I bought them a long time ago for another one of my projects. I remembered that I had them. So I'm going to paint them now. And what you do is, and I just place it right in the hole like such. Sometimes you just need to bang it in just a little bit. And you may want to put a little wood glue on the inside so that they'll stay. And very simple, and just paint right over them and it'll look like they were always there. And that's it. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what they look like painted. These are little buttons that cover the screws, the screw holes. Okay. Doesn't that look better? Of course, once the paint dries, it'll look even better. But so this is not an old antique or anything like that. It's a newer cabinet. It's probably from IKEA or something like that. But I'm going to make it look like it's older because I put a coat of red chalk paint on. Didn't have to use a primer or anything else. It goes right on and it automatically makes it look distressed because that's the nature of chalk paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wax over it next to make it a little bit shiny, not real shiny. It'll have a matte finish. Well, it'll have a satin finish. Right now it's a matte finish. And, I'll let you see how it looks. Okay, so I just finished waxing the kitchen cart, and it was very simple. I just had to apply a little bit of this liquid wax. I'll show you right here. On a cloth. I used a cloth. I actually just poured some of it on the top and then spread it out with a soft cloth. And I did that for the other, the front part. What I did was just applied it actually to the cloth and then just rubbed it into the wood. And it really created a nice soft finish. It's very satin-like. And I added these two. We changed the color of the hardware here, these handles. They were metallic, they were silver, and her lights in over her island are brass. So I wanted something to match, and before I went and bought new ones, I said, let me see if this chalk paint, which they say will cover anything, will work on the hardware. And see if I can make it a brass color. So what I used was the dark wax. There's two different kinds of wax that come with this chalk paint. There's a clear, which I just showed you, and then there's this dark color. Let me show you, which is right here. And I rub some of that into the wood afterwards just to darken it up a little bit and give it more of an antique finish. And, it's very, very subtle, but it is there. So I just applied that directly onto these metal chrome, no, what were they? They were brushed nickel handles, and it gave it a brass look effect. And they say that it's not going to come off. It takes about, I think it takes about 7 days to actually cure before you can really wash it. But it looks good. So I don't know, I saved her 10 bucks. And I did the same thing with this cup hardware. And as you can see, you can kind of see the brush strokes when you look really, really close. But it just really gives it an aged effect. It looks better in person than it does on camera. And it came out nice. It really did. So that, again, it was hard to find a brass one of these unless I ordered it. So I said, let me see if I can paint it. And it worked. So I'm anxious to put this on. And that is what I'm about to do right now. The holes, however, in this piece do not line up with the holes of the old hardware. So I have to drill new holes. I've made my marks here with some chalk, which I put on the inside of this. As you can see the little chalk marks I made there. And then I just pressed it against there, and it made these little marks, which I was able to figure out where to drill my new holes. So that's what I'm about to do now, and I'll come back and show you once it's all together, and I'll let you see the finished product. Hey, I'm back, and I'm happy to say that I finally finished the kitchen cart. It really didn't take a long time. Actually, it was pretty easy, and I'm really proud of it. It came out great. So I hope Olga likes it. I think she's going to love it, and I'm looking forward to showing you what it looks like in her house. So stay tuned.